Well, good evening, folks, and welcome to episode 1 of Late Night Chats with Kenny. I'm your host, Kenny, and on this show, we're going to talk about some interesting topics, and we'll have one cool and guest that's going to lay it out for us. Now, tonight, our interesting topic is the world of sugar babies. Not only is a topic that's going to raise some eyebrows, but look, we're here to listen, to explore, to discuss, and just shake it up. Alright, so join us on the line tonight. I'll look here on our call list. I see Camille. Alright, good evening, Camille. How you doing tonight?
Good evening, Kenny. I'm doing well. Thank you. How about yourself?
I'm doing just fine, Camille. Thank you for asking. Now, you're here to chat about your experience by being a sugar baby. I know a lot of people have some thoughts about that. Some things they don't fully understand. So why don't you start by telling us a little bit about that experience?
Sure, Kenny. To me, being a sugar baby is about being in this mutually beneficial, exclusive relationship with somebody, and usually it's an older person. And so basically, there's a financial component to it, right? There's an exchange that's happening. So pretty much that person is willing to provide me with financial support in exchange for my companionship and sometimes something more. But basically, it's about both people just getting what they want and what they need out of the relationship. And so for me, it's really been about gaining financial stability while like pursuing my other goals such as education and career goals.
That is an interesting perspective, Camille. It sounds like it's not just about money with you, but it's about a real connection, about understanding between the both of y'all. Now, do you find that this type of relationship has like clear boundaries? Like, are there any expectations? Like, give us some more information.
Absolutely, Kenny. Communication is key throughout this whole thing. Like we both have to be upfront about our needs, our desires, our wants, and we have to respect each other and know what to expect from one another in this relationship. So, like, for example, in my experience, we talk about what we like, what we don't like, what turns us off, what puts us off. And we have that as like our basis for where we're going forward, right? And with that, we just it could change, you know? It could be like right now this works for us, but 6 months down the road, it could be a little bit different. And so communication definitely is key because if you're going through something or you're changing up, it's good to be able to communicate that with one another.
That makes a lot of sense, Camille. It sounds like it does require some sort of level of maturity, though, some self awareness to navigate that type of relationship. Um, do you think there's a stigma around being a sugar baby? And how do you deal with that?
It definitely is a stigma. A lot of people think that, being a sugar baby is about like just taking somebody for broke, just being about money, and it's not really a real relationship. But I mean, it works for me, and for me, it was really about finding somebody who understands me and respects me and also supports me. So, I mean, this is a great trade. I'm offering companionship and somebody who I'm sharing my time with, right? And the way that I kind of just get through that and deal with that stigma, because this is a big choice, is I stay confident in my choices. And I know like what works for me and I know what doesn't work for me. So it's not what other people think. It's about what makes me happy and what helps me to feel secure.
In all of this, now, Camille, it's clear to me that you have thought deeply about this. And It's not a decision that you take lightly. So, how is this type of relationship impacting your life overall?
It's definitely had a positive impact on my life, Kenny. I've been able to focus on my studies. I've been able to just get through my everyday without the stress of having any financial worries. And I've met some pretty interesting people along the way. You know, like any relationship, this has its challenges, but I honestly feel like I've grown more so as a person being in these type of relationships because of it. And I've learned like to communicate more. I've learned to be more assertive, and I actually have learned how to
That's
understand
wonderful,
my own
Camille.
worth.
I mean, it really sounds like you found something that works for you. You found the parts that work for you. You found the path that works. Now, before we wrap up, is there anything that our listeners out there should consider, especially if they're thinking about venturing into this world of sugar babies?
I say to anyone that's considering being in this type of relationship of being a sugar baby, do your research. You know what you're getting into. Know who you're getting into something with, you know. And make sure you're comfortable with that arrangement. You got to really be honest with yourself about what you want, what you're comfortable giving out, what you're willing to give. And I think the most important thing is like don't compromise your values, don't compromise your boundaries because you're trying to meet somebody else's expectations. You know what I'm saying? It's your life and you have to live it in a way that feels right to you.
Wise words, Camille. Thank you for sharing your experience and your insight with us tonight. This has really been a real eye-opener. And I'm sure our listeners have definitely enjoyed hearing your perspective and appreciate it.
Thank you, Kenny. I appreciate the chance to talk about this. It's been a real pleasure.
The pleasure's been all ours, Camille. And to our listeners, that is all the time we have for tonight's show. Remember, here on Late Night Chats with Kenny, we're all about understanding, respect, no matter the topic. So until next time, stay safe, be kind, and keep those conversations going. Good night, everyone.